So taking a look at my playthrough here, because I want you guys to be able to see from scratch and see the entirety of how I execute this fight. And just basically kind of trying to show you guys where my stats are at, so that you can maybe compare where yours could be and kind of give you a gauge of, if you're maybe not at the same stats that I am, how you can maybe try and increase your ability. Crit chance obviously is only at 30%, and that's super big for Feral Druids. We're much like Fire Mages in the fact that we need crit to generate extra combo points so that we can get up our rotation faster. The big thing here is that my mastery is at 58. I've got all of the buffs that are obviously available through the buff. But the big thing here that really by far made this away was adding a flask. If you're having trouble with this, I highly recommend that you guys get a flask of the Spring Blossoms. That adds 1,000 agility, and that is... and obviously a well-fed buff, but I'm sure a lot of you guys, especially because they sell it here. But a flask they don't sell here, and that's something that, you know, maybe if you're having trouble with, simply adding 1,000 agility could really help you get through this mode. So I'm just going to basically jump in here and give you guys my commentary on my playthrough here. And if you guys follow this strategy, I honestly think any Feral Druid out there can clear gold mode. So as I come down to the final few seconds here, I'm going to activate Savage Roar and start out on this small illusioning Amber Weaver and immediately move on to the stationary one. Now, I unfortunately got a little bit too close. I wasn't expecting that Amber Ball to blow up. Fortunately, it's really early on. Wave 1 has a little bit of room for mistakes. I even actually didn't get lucky here. I had to go over and switch to this target. He wouldn't have died. I needed to make sure that he was going to die, so I applied another set of bleeds here. I'm going to activate my Savage Roar. He still didn't die. I got lucky. I did not do that the way that I wanted to. But starting Wave 2, starting on the Banana Tosser, as I said, this one is not a super fast burst down. You just kind of got to get some damage up on the Banana Tosser. And it's super easy. As long as you're within the yellow circle, he will not throw bananas at you. And that's why I jump on him first. So here, I'm basically going to get up my 5 combo points on this Amber Weaver. But I'm going to try and slow my DPS, because looking at the timer, I'm going to have enough time for him to spawn 1 globe, as I mentioned earlier. And now I'm going to kill him real quick. So now I've got this globe following me around for the start of the next round. And it allowed me to stun. I didn't get it over to the Mystic like I wanted to, but it did allow, it basically stunned that Banana Weaver in place for me, so I was able to shred without worrying. And I was able to get my kill off before the Mystic was able to do anything. So I immediately turn here to the Mystic, just basically burn him down. I've got my bleeds going, so I switch over here to the Amber Weaver and start, once again, building combo points to 5. It's important because I need to have my energy at full. I need to have a long duration of Savage Roar so that I can get through the next round. And again, I'm going to get lucky here. I'm going to get a globe to spawn at the start of this round. And so here I'm going to activate Savage Roar just so that I've got a maximum amount of time. I've got 2 seconds left, so I'm going to kite it over here to where these Mystics are going to spawn, and that's going to stun both of them, allowing me to burn down the Banana Tosser again without having to worry about the heal. So as long as you can do that, you can use that to your advantage. And now I've got so much time. I've got 30 seconds to take out this large illusionary Mystic, and that's more than enough time for any Druid just with your bleeds. So basically, again, I got my I've got my rip going, but now I'm going to basically charge up my combo points again, let my bleeds tick them away, because I want to kill 10 seconds as fast as possible. So that I can go into the next round. So I'm going to activate Savage Roar here. They've got 4 seconds left. We've got 3 Guardians that are going to spawn. So I'm going to Rake, then Rip, move to the second one, Rake, then Rip, activate Tiger's Fury, Rake, then Rip, and then move on to the Banshee, starting off with a Rake and then just using Mangle to burst her down. Shred's really hard to use on the Banshees because they like to run around a lot. So as in between Banshees, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add another Rake again just to keep sure these Guardians are getting burned down. And it's a pretty easy wave. This wave is pretty simple to deal with as long as you just keep bleeds going on all your different targets. So I highly recommend that you guys start doing that. I've got more than enough time here. As you see, I'm just waiting for this final Banshee to spawn. I'm going to use Rake to try and get up as many combo points as I can. I fortunately got the 5, so I'm going to activate my Savage Roar at the start of this round, and I'm going to get ready to attack the Vermin, use Thrash. The heal gets started by the Mystic, so they're going to heal those Vermin, and that's going to allow me enough time to start here on my rotation for this Mystic. Got my bleed up, I got plenty of time, so I'm going to switch to Bear Form, Thrash as I run through, and start my DPS onto the other Mystic. There goes down the first Mystic that I killed before they got their heal off. Let's interrupt this heal so he doesn't heal these Vermin at all, and just kind of come over here. Now I'm going to use my energy to just make sure that these Vermin go down. You don't want them to be alive. You want to, you know, focus on them if you can, but obviously make sure that you're giving yourself plenty of time with this Mystic and interrupting any heal that comes up. As you can see, I had about 15 seconds. I kind of killed him a little bit earlier. I probably should have just interrupted that heal, but no big deal. I'm going to reactivate Savage Roar. This is the big one. This is the pivotal one. Here comes the Banana Tosser that you're going to want to kill almost immediately. And I'm going to get lucky enough that the heal doesn't make it off. So I'm going to turn here immediately and start on the Amber Weaver, get up a Rake Rip, use that globe to stun him, come over here, start on the Banshee, Rake, then Mangle, and then I even have enough time to get a Rake Rip up on the Guardian before switching over here to the Mystic. So I'm way ahead of myself. This was probably one of the best Wave 7s I've ever had. Even so much that I end up killing this Mystic here a little bit too early. I should have saved him. I just didn't want to have to worry about his heal. I didn't want to have to worry about the stress. So I just put up a Rip, as you guys can see there. I switched to the large Banshee, get up and enough that I can basically kill the Banshee there. Which kind of leaves me a little bit starved for combo points here. As you can see, I've only got about 13 seconds, so I don't start Wave 8 off as best as I want to here. But I'm going to start this round off again, Rake Ripping onto the Shaw, and then immediately switch to the Waver, Raking Rip, and then go over to the second one, and again, Rake, and I don't get the Rip off in time, but I want to move away because I don't want to get caught by that globe, so I'm going to come back in here and just get a little bit more damage before adding the Rip. And then I'm going to turn and just start kind of adding my rotation to the Shaw. I'm going to get up as much as I can. I'm going to put up a Rip. I did that actually without a Savage Roar, so that didn't do as much as it probably could have, but I wanted to get that damage going as fast as possible. So I got up another Savage Roar, and now I'm just going to basically sit here and focus on my rotation. His shield's going to be coming down soon, and I need to make sure I've got everything up, so I pop my Arrow Flight Medallion, giving me some additional DPS, and there goes down his shield, so that allows me to start DPSing. I didn't have the best rotation on this round. I probably needed to, I could have done it a little bit more fluidly, and it puts me a little bit behind at 10 seconds with 30% health. I only make it through this round because I panic here, and at the end I hit Ferocious Bite, and that's the only way I was able to make it through that round. But unfortunately, I just sacrificed all my combo points and had to start off this next wave a little bit behind. So I started on the Shawl, like I mentioned previously, and immediately started on the Banana Tosser. Unfortunately, the Mystic didn't heal the Shaw, he healed the Banana Tosser, which you know, I was able to make up for it simply because I had the buff here, so I wasn't too worried about it. I get up my bleeds, I switch to the Mystic, get up a Rake and then a Rip, and switch back to the Shaw to get my my rotation going on him. I need to get up a Savage Roar again as quickly as possible, and there's the Banshee, so you gotta obviously switch to the Banshee, while also turning around to interrupt the heal. It gets chaotic. You gotta really be fast at target switching and making sure that you've got everything going on all your targets. I'm almost down, you know, there goes the Shaw shield, so I ran over and picked up my Berserker buff, and that should be enough to easily burn down that Mystic. And here now it's going to allow me to focus on the Shaw. Like I said, focusing, the only time you want to switch to the Mystic is when he starts a heal. The Shaw's shield is only going to be down for a certain amount of time, and that's your window to kill him. If it goes back up, you're going to have a lot of time. So commit to killing the Shaw before switching the Mystic. As you can see, I have plenty of time here at the end to get any damage up on the Mystic. I had about 15 seconds worth. Which is more than enough time. So again, I'm going to start off my Savage Roar. I've kind of recovered at this point. I've got a lot of combo points and a lot of energy. Start upping on that stationary minion to burn him down, and then I'm going to basically get up a 5-point Rip as fast as possible using Tiger's Fury because there's more than 30 seconds left on his shield, so that I can get that back by the time his shield goes down. Switching back to the Illusionary stationary minion just to make sure that that thing goes down and not have him up at the end of a wave, because nothing's more heartbreaking than when that guy lives at the end of wave 10. And you've killed everything else. So now I'm going to basically start getting up a rotation, getting up another 5-point bleed, but there's that Banshee that I said that was coming, so I'm going to switch to the Banshee, and immediately, as soon as that Banshee, I'm going to blow Stampeding Roar to go pick up my buff, because there goes the Shaw shield, and this is my opportunity. I've got Savage Roar going. I blow Tiger's Fury, so I'm going to use my my Rip, and at this point, I can just basically shred for combo points. Shred and Ferocious Bite for combo points. And, you know, obviously below 25% health, so I get my Rip duration increased. That's more than enough to kill the large Shaw and allows me to turn and finish off that Banshee. A lot going on, a lot of movement, a lot of target switching. You've really got to be on your toes. You've really got to understand the Feral class and know where your abilities are. You can't fumble for something. You got to know what to expect and when to expect it. The fortunate part about this, though, is that Proving Grounds are very formulaic. You can always count on the same things to happen at the same exact time, and it really just becomes about muscle memory and learning how to deal with these abilities. So that's my video for Feral Druid Proving Grounds. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope this helps. For any classes that maybe aren't Feral Druids, I hope this maybe helps you rethink of other ways to approach these challenges. I know you guys don't have bleeds, but maybe there's other tools in your kit that can help you clear it. Proving Grounds are doable, even though they seem impossible. It just might take a little bit of rethinking. So kudos to Blizzard. I really, really loved this feature. It was a great personal challenge for myself. That does it for me. Thank you guys for watching this extended tutorial. See you next time.
Game Breaker TV.